Number 1. Learn the meanings of specific words related to Islam. Muslim literally means anyone or anything that submits itself to the will of God. Number 2. Know where Islam fits in world religions. Islam is one of the fastest growing religions in the world. Approximately 1 out of every 5 people today designate their religion as Islam. Number 3. The 5 pillars of Islam are: Number 1. Shahada, sincerely reciting the Muslim profession of faith. Number 2. Salat, performing ritual prayers in the proper way 5 times each day. Number 3. Zakat, paying an alms or charity, tax to benefit the poor and the needy. Number 4. Psalm, fasting during the month of Ramadan. Number 5. Hajj, pilgrimage to Mecca. Number 4. Learn about the 6 articles of faith in Islam, the basic beliefs that one must have in order to be considered a true Muslim. They are: belief in the one and only God, all the prophets of God, the original books revealed to Moses, David, Jesus, and Muhammad, the angels, the day of judgment and the hereafter, preordainment. Number 5. Realize that Islam is a complete way of life that governs all facets of life: moral, spiritual, social, political, economical, intellectual, etc. Number 6. Understand the Islamic concept of God. It is that He is forgiving, merciful, and compassionate. But Islam also teaches that He is just and swift in punishment, much like a father is to his child. Number 7. Understand how Muslims perceive prophets. Muslims believe in and acknowledge all the prophets of old, from Adam to Jesus. Muslims believe that they brought the message of peace and submission to different nations at different times. Number 8. Understand how Muslims respect Muhammad. Muslims neither worship Muhammad nor pray through him. Muslims solely worship the unseen and omniscient Creator, Allah. Number 9. Understand how Muslims perceive other scriptures. Muslims accept the original unaltered Torah, the Gospel of Moses and Bible, the Gospel of Jesus, since they were revealed by God. However, none of those original scriptures are in existence today. Therefore, Muslims follow the subsequent, final, and preserved revelation of God, the Holy Quran. Number 10. Learn about the Holy Quran. It was not authored by Muhammad. It was authored by God, revealed to Muhammad, and written into physical form by Muhammad's companions. The Holy Quran has no flaws or contradictions. The original Arabic scriptures have never been changed or tampered with. Number 11. Understand the law of personal responsibility. Muslims do not believe in the concept of vicarious atonement but rather believe in the law of personal responsibility. Islam teaches that each person is responsible for his or her own actions. On the Day of Judgment, Muslims believe that every person will have to answer to God for their every word, thought, and deed. Consequently, a practicing Muslim is always striving to be righteous. Number 12. Understand what Islamic fundamentalism entails. Islamic fundamentalism does not mean Islamic terrorism. Since Islam means peace, such a term would be an oxymoron. How is it possible to have peaceful terrorism? Actually, Islamic fundamentalism is adherence to Islam's fundamental beliefs and practices. The word jihad does not mean holy war. Instead, it means the inner struggle that one endures in trying to practice Islam. Number 13. Be aware of the historical truths. Islam was not spread by the sword. It was spread by the word of truth and the example of its followers. Islam teaches that there is no compulsion in religion. Number 14. Learn about the role of women in marriage in Islam. Women are not oppressed in Islam. Any Muslim man that oppresses a woman is not following Islam. Prophet Muhammad once said, "The best among you are those who treat their wives well." Related by Imam Tirmidhi. Arranged marriages are allowed in Islam but are not required. The marriage decision is left to the individual. Forced marriages are cultural practices and are not Islamic. Divorce is permissible in Islam. However, reconciliation is what is most encouraged. Indeed, if there are irreconcilable differences, then a fair and just annulment usually is best. Number 15. Be aware of the breadth of followers of Islam. All Muslims are not Arab. Islam is a universal religion and way of life which includes followers from all races of people. There are Muslims in and from Europe, China, Japan, South America, Russia, Australia, Jamaica, the Philippines, and throughout North America. Arabs only constitute about 20% of Muslims worldwide. Indonesia has the largest concentration of Muslims at about 120 million. Number 16. Learn about Mecca. In the formal prayer, Muslims face the Kaaba in Mecca, Arabia. It is a cube-shaped stone structure. Muslims believe that the Kaaba was the first house of worship on earth dedicated to the worship of one God. It serves as a central focal point for Muslims around the world, unifying them in worship and symbolizing their common belief, spiritual focus and direction. Interestingly, the inside of the Kaaba is empty. Number 17. The whole of Islam in its material and essence has been described in the Quran. It is the most important source of Islamic law. There is a huge amount of literature on its explanation. Their translations are available in many different languages of the world. Thank you for watching the video. If you liked it, hit the thumbs up button and subscribe to our channel.